So here we go. We're about to do our stream. Hopping into the what the heck is going on? Test. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, here we go. We're watching right now. The heck? Where are we getting that sound coming from? Oh, this isn't working. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's working. So we got it working now. I'm monitoring on my other screen. I can see what's going on. So today we're gonna go for a little flight. So today I'm currently at Millington, Memphis, up here, and I'm gonna head down, do a short flight down to Olive Branch Taylor Field. And I'm flying the Cessna Classic 172. So I filed a flight plan down there, and I'm scheduled to take off at 2030. It's currently 2041, so we're going to modify that, and we're going to put that up to 2100. We're going to refile that flight plan, and on my virtual airline, I'm going to file a similar flight plan. So I'm going to import a flight plan, play this last one here. That's all simple. That's going to be direct, and that's going to be we're going to be flying this here. And we're flying down to Kilo, Oscar, Lima, Victor. And we're going to get up to 3,000 feet. And we have to have a safety pilot with me if I'm going to be practicing my IFR at all, which I hope to do today. And I hope to do that. So we're going to save that flight plan. It's been saved now. That was pretty loud. I'm going to put that off to the side. I can see that when I'm flying. And then the other thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to get my rental going. So get the rental plane all set up, and that's all set up. So here we go. So if I look through the checklist here, we've done our pre-flight and done our passenger briefing, and I'm going to check my views here. So it looks like I can see out of my aircraft. The views are working okay. That's great. I can look all around the aircraft and I got good visibility. Okay, so I'm going to make the yoke go away so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to turn the beacon on, make sure the fuel shutoff's in, the static air pressure is off, and we're going to turn on the aircraft here. I'm going to do a test of all the lights, and they seem to be good. And I'm going to drop the flaps right now, make sure they all come down, and they seem to be coming down okay. That looks good. And circuit breakers are off. Avionics circuit breakers are off. Things look good. We're going to take a look out of the aircraft. Looks like we're all clear. There's nobody in the way. So clear the prop, and then we're going to start it up. And we got a good start. So I'm going to immediately loud. I'm going to set it up. So we've got a good start, and we've got the engine is started now. Turn the avionics on. I'm going to lean out the mixture a little bit. Pull my back off my RPMs between somewhere down in around 900. Okay, I'm going to throw my nav light on. And I'm going to bring my flaps back up. And the flaps are all back up now, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to turn on the time start was first of all 2022. Is that about right? And we are at the start of, no, it's not 2022. So I think we're going to connect to VATSIM, Victor Hotel Tango Sierra Bravo. So we are connected to VATSIM, and we're going to have to adjust the time and the weather here. Real-time live weather 2023. The clock is synchronized, so that's good. And we're going to hit our GNS530 and 530, get it going through the sequencing. So we've got a few things to set here. Olive branch 125. So we got to set up our comms. Millington is 120250. So 120250. Go, and where we're flying to is going to be Olive Branch, and that's 125275. 125275. So that's Olive Branch, and we need to set the second radio to 121.5 so we can monitor that. That might not be necessary. And there we go. Currently, that's what we're set for. And our nav radio, we're going to set our nav radio to you know what, we don't have anybody on board here, so we're not going to navigate by our land nav. We're actually going to fly. I think I'm going to I might change the flight plan here. No, I'm going to leave the flight plan the way it is. So we'll fly over into Olive Branch, and we're going to do an ILS or localizer 1.8. So GPS is required. So we're going to have to set the GPS, and we're going to fly into there. So we'll set that up, but we want to be tuned to 109.30. So that's, we're going to be tuned to 109.30. There we go. And that's tuned to Olive Branch ILS 1.8. And we also want to tune to Memphis 117.5. So that's the Memphis VOR. Memphis VOR is 117.5 because we're going to have to pick up radio 45 as we're coming in to identify we want to be able to identify FPUB or FPUB at 11.9 DME. So so 117.5 on the second nav radio. Looks like right now from Memphis, just to see if that's close or not, from Memphis we're going to be Memphis VOR 117.5, and we're going to be somewhere up around 360 right now, so we can check and see if we're tuned to that. even though it's not alive. Yeah, it's alive. So that's pretty close. Pretty close to what it should be. And we're going to set our barrel. The QNH here at Millington is 3023. So we'll set our QNH to 3023. Is it 30023 or 3023? And it is 3023. So we'll also set the QNH on here. 3023, and if that's correct, it should match the altitude or the elevation at the airport here. And the elevation at the airport at Millington is 322 feet. So we're close. 3023. So that's pretty close there. So we've got that set up. And we want to turn our transponder on to altitude, and we can see that that works because the mode C came on our V-pilot. And then we want to test our radio. So 120250, we'll tune our second radio to we'll tune this one to 109.3, and we'll tune this radio here to the same one we're on to test our radio right now. 120250. 250. So they both match. So if I swap that over and I do a radio check now, I should hear myself, and I should also see this light up on V-pilot. Millington traffic, Cessna Victor Hotel Tango Sierra Bravo radio check. So I can hear myself on both radios. So that's good. So I'll swap that back over to guard, and I know I know my radio is transmitting properly. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my altitude to 3,000 because that's what I'm flying at, and then I'm ready to go. So I've got everything done, and V-pilot check was at 2032. Ooh. So what's my Hobbs? 24.0. C-cars is done. FSC is done. So let's taxi out and do our run up. So I'll double check right now. Double check the weather here. And the weather here, winds are from the west, 6 gusting to 12. And it's looking like at this airport, the airport diagram here, 6 gusting to 12. So I think we'll take off runway 22. Because the wind's coming magnetically from 26. Actually, it's coming direct from 26. Magnetically, that'll be a little bit different. So anyway, we're going to take off 22. So we're going to taxi on Echo. We're going to taxi on Echo for departure 22. And we can see where we're currently located. If I zoom in on this map here, see where we are. I can zoom in. So we're going to turn around and go back, and we're going to go up Echo, because if I look on the airport diagram, you can see we're here. So we're right here right now. So we're going to turn to the right, and we're going to go up Echo past Charlie, past Delta, and we're going to take off from Echo. There we go. Millington traffic. Cessna Victor Hotel Tango Sierra Bravo Type 172 taxiing on Echo for departure 22. Millington traffic. There we go. Okay, so taxi lights are on, strobes on, brake is off. Okay, watch your head, guy. Don't want to get your head taken off. Okay, we're diving away from the wind here. Nice day for a fly. And we don't want to taxi any faster than 14 knots. So I think we got a ground speed right now of 20 knots. So here we are going by Bravo. If you can see that over there, that says it's Bravo, but it's not Bravo, it's actually Echo. Where does it say we are now? We're on Alpha. That's runway 22. We're down to 12 knots. We can bring the speed up a little bit because we can taxi at 14, and we're up at 13. We're taxiing at 14.6, 15. 15.6, taxiing at 16. I think I had an instructor once who told me he wanted me to taxi at 40 knots, no more than 40 knots. So we're going to do our run up here. So we'll bring her up to a stop, face into the wind. We're kind of facing into the wind now. We're going to put our e-brakes on. So 2037, when we started taxiing, 237 started taxiing. Here we go. We're going to do our run up. So we'll bring our RPMs. All the engine instruments are in the green, and we're bringing we're going to put the mixture in full rich. We are full rich. We bring RPMs up to 1,700, 1,700 RPM. We throw it on the right mag, and we got an acceptable drop on the right mag, and we put it on both. Back up to 17. Put it on the left mag, and we got an acceptable drop. Put it back on both. Still, I got good engines, got good fuel flow, got good pressure, good temperature, vacuums in the green, amps are charging. I'm going to throw on the landing light now, and the pitot heat. I see a drop in the amperage, but you can see how it's still charging. And then I'm going to bring my RPMs down now. And as I'm coming through 900, the ammeter saying it's not charging anymore, it's maintaining. And then as I come down below, around 600, you can see I'm actually losing power on the battery. She's draining. So my run up's complete. I'm going to take the taxi light off, take the pitot heat off, and I am ready for takeoff. All systems are go, as they say. So get my head up, going to look out for traffic here, and I see none. It looks good. So while the brake's on, I'm going to start my rental. Looks like it started well. I'm going to start my virtual airline. Said the information's incorrectly started in my log, and she has started. So that's good. Millington traffic. Millington traffic. The Cessna Victor Hotel Tango Sierra Bravo taking off 22 to the south from Alpha. Millington traffic. Okay, so this is it. Taking a quick look again out there to make sure it's safe. We got no traffic coming in from the north, and no traffic coming in from the south. We wouldn't want to run into anybody. And we're going to come out onto the runway, and we're going to line her up. We're confirming on the correct runway. We see by the numbers we're on 2-2. Quick check on the engines. Again, engine systems are good. We're lined up. Mixture's full rich. Increase at full power. Okay, so we're going to rotate out at 55 knots. And if I have an engine failure while I'm still on the runway, I'm going to stop on the runway. If I have an engine failure before 700 feet, I'm going to try to land straight ahead. If I have an engine failure after 700 feet, I'm going to try to turn around and come back to the runway. We're looking for a VY speed of 75 knots. And there we go. So, because I've got a safety pilot right now, I'm looking at the instruments, and if I was to, once I get to 1100 feet, I'm going to turn on course. And there we go. So the course I'm going to fly right now is I'm going to head down towards Olive Branch. And the heading I need to hold is 172. There we are at 172. We're still climbing 75 knots. Go on my autopilot. Throw it on the heading for my autopilot. Knots. My vertical speed's about 800, 900, and there we go. And then we'll have a look at our approach and we'll see what we're trying to do. Landing light off. So NQA, we just left NQA, so we can do our call pretty quick. 3 miles out. Millington traffic, Cessna Victor Hotel Tango Sierra Bravo, 3 miles to the south at 3,000, pardon the area south, final call, Millington traffic. Okay, so we're gonna swap it over to 122.8. Back our speed off right now, and I'm listening for the sound of the engine. I'm going to get it down to about 2200 RPM, and I look to confirm I'm indeed at about 22.5, which is where I want it, which gives me a true airspeed of about 110 knots. I've got the mixture lean out a little bit, but I'm going to lean it out a little bit more. So that's pretty good. So now we're going to look at setting my, take a look at this approach that I'm going to do. So I need to hit 11.9 DME, and that's where I can turn on the, I should be at 2,100 feet, and I should be at a heading of 181 heading into Olive Branch, and I want to do that. I want to intercept FPUP at 11.9. So that's 11.9 from Olive Branch. It doesn't tell me how far it is from Memphis. So that's why I need GPS, because I have to determine when I'm 11.9 from Olive Branch. But I want to be on the radial 045, or I want to intercept radial 045. let's tune. So let's find out. Let's tune in that on approach. KOLV, Kilo Lima Oscar Victor, and we're going to enter that. That's where we want to be. Okay, so program going to select an approach at KLOV. Program, select approach, KLOV. It's not programming in there properly. Okay, let's try to delete that approach. This isn't working, is it? Okay, we'll have to make the best of what we got here. I guess I don't have DME on so I'm going to kind of fudge it a little bit here. I'm going to try to intercept because I can't get my GPS working. I'm going to try to intercept the Memphis VOR on the 045 radial. So Memphis VOR is 17.5. 045 radial. 045 radial. So I passed it. So I want to head back up to the northeast to intercept that radial, and I'm going to fly outbound on that until I intercept the ILS heading into Olive Branch. .181. I'm pretty close to being on that ILS right now. Yeah, so I'm So we're at the intersection of 045 off of, we're here at this intersection now pretty much. So I'm going to do my procedure turn now. I'm going to head out. I'm going to head out to the north. And I'm going to do my procedure turn. And I'm going to come down to 2,500 feet. I'm going to fly a parallel entry into this, coming down to 2,500 feet, and then I'm going to come in on the ILS. Back off my speed now. I'm going to try to get it down to about 90 knots indicated. And I'm at 2,500 feet. So right about there, I want to hold that altitude. Well, right there. 2,500 feet. Put a bit more power in, so I'll bring it back up to about 2,000. Trim that out to hold that. And I think I need to come back around now and intercept that ILS. Okay. I'm going to bug my heading to 181, and I'm a little bit below what I should be right now. My altitude, rather. Speed's a little low. We are. We're coming in. So we're good. We're good. We're coming in on the ILS localizer to Olive Field. Altitude's okay. We're on the. We're aligned laterally. My speed's a bit slow. Bit slow, trimming it out here. It's just a little bit slow still. Okay, when we pick up that, when I pick up, intercept the 4-5 radial out of Memphis, then I'll be able to begin my descent. And I know I picked up the 4-5 radial out of Memphis when my second VOR here, when that CDI crosses the middle. Well, we got to come a little bit right, and I know that from this CDI. A bit high now, so I want to come down to 25. speed a little bit lower. I want to come down to about 90. Okay, so we're hanging in there. So now I'll take a moment to look at the plate again. The CDI is almost in the middle. So I'm going to come down between FPUB and NQA. I'm going to be coming down on a 181 degrees from 2,500 to 2,000. So, and that's there's about 6 nautical miles I have to fly to come down that distance. So it's going to be a really gradual descent. So I know that I'm on the glide slope when the glide slope bar comes alive, and it's not alive yet. Oh, and I can see I have now passed FPUB because I'm past the 45 radial off of Memphis. So I'm going to begin my descent now. I'm coming down to 220. I'm going to come down to 2,000, and if I throw that on a 100 foot per minute descent, that may give me enough time. Now the other way that I can tell that I'm at the next waypoint, which is NQA, is here on the plate. How do we make that bigger? I guess we go like this and we go like this. So the other way I can tell I'm at NQA, I'll be on the 071 radial off of Memphis. So I'll set that CDI to 071, and then I know when I should be at 2,000. So I'm going to flop over to the olive field frequency now, or olive branch rather, and I'm going to do my descent in there. So I'm about 8 miles out. Olive branch traffic, Cessna Victor Hotel Tango Sierra Bravo Type 172, 8 mile final for 1-8 olive branch. So I'm on the ILS. If I swing it a little bit over to the left here, I can come online with the lateral alignment. I can bring the CDI more to the middle, and I'm too slow. I'm down to 70 knots. I want to bring my RPMs back up to about 2,000, bring it up to about 90 knots. I'm going to tune this to 071, pick up that 071 radial off of Memphis. My speed's climbing up pretty fast here. I don't want to go past 90 knots. And I also want to dump in 10 degrees flaps pretty soon. And I've blown by. I'm off the lateral alignment again now. I'm having trouble maintaining the right RPMs here. I don't want to go below 2,000. See how the engine's surging here. I'm going to drop in 10 degrees of flaps, and that should help me not to speed up too fast. Oh, I'm at the glide slope now, so I wonder if I can put it into nav. Put it on approach. So we're above the glide slope. And you can see we should be at 2,000 now. So I'm going to start descending more. I'm going to take it off of autopilot now, and I'm going to fly this now. So I want to descend down to pick up that glide slope. Right about there. And my minimum here is going to be 860 feet. So if I don't have if I can't see the airport, it's at 860 feet, then I need to go around. I'm below the glide slope now. I'm still below the glide slope. Still below the glide slope. I'm going to trim it now to hold this a little bit level until I can pick the glide slope up again. Get it back on the lateral course. That course is a little bit over to my right. And we're back on the glide slope again. Just about got it lined up. 80 knots is about where we want it. We want to descend a little bit quicker. A little bit to the left now. Left. Stay on that glide slope. Stay on that glide slope. Descend a little bit quicker, a little bit more weight on that stick, a little bit to the left, a little bit more descent, a little bit more descent. 800, we're going to look up now, and there's the runway. All its branch traffic, Victor Hotel Tango Sierra Bravo, short final. 1-8 for a full stop, and then I look, landing gears down and locked, mixture's full rich, landing lights on, cutting the throttle back so I can get down to 70 knots as I'm crossing the threshold of the runway. So we're going to try to put the wheels down on the 1,000-foot mark. And we're looking good, looking down that runway. We're holding it off, 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 holding it off. There we go. There we go. So the time down, the time landed was 21:10. 21:10. Okay, and we're gonna hit the. Take a look at all this. We're gonna hit the brakes here, really quick for a second. Olive Branch traffic, Victor Hotel Tango Sierra Bravo, clear the runway, Olive Branch. We're going to bring our flaps up. We're going to lean the mixture out just a little bit. Looks like the rental worked. It looks like for my landing it was minus 52 feet per minute, so that's pretty good. So we can stop that log. Looks like the information's all correct. I've got my safety pilot as a passenger, and I'm going to send the log. It's been sent. I'm going to shut this down, and I confirmed I've shut it down. And then I need to park. Olive Branch traffic, Victor Hotel Tango Sierra Bravo, taxiing to the general parking, Olive Branch. Well, that was a nice flight. My rental worked. Pretty soon I'll check my fuel, and I'll find out how many gallons I used on that. So I'm going to park it right here. Like a nice place to park. Okay, there we go. So put the brake on, turn off the strobe light, nav light, landing light. Take a quick look at VATSIM radar and see what that flight looked like. So there's VATSIM radar. And there's Memphis. Where am I? Oh, I'm this little tiny plane right here. So that's me. So there's our flight. We looks like we took off from Millington, and then we came down, we turned, we intercepted the ILS going out, and then we did a procedure turn, came back around, and we flew the ILS into the airport. So that was me. And we're done that now. So we can turn off our radios. We've given a radio call that will clear the runway, so I can turn off all the avionics. They're off. I've shut everything else down, and then we're going to shut down the engine. Turn the key off, and that's it. So we have parked at 0 to 38. No, that's not right. 2138? We landed at 2109. We parked at, that's weird, 2115. It looks like my time is a bit weird on this right now. 2115. That doesn't seem to be the real time. 20. Yeah. 2115. That's weird. But it's not 2115. It's so the time's out. The time is incorrect in the plane. because it's 2140 Zulu right now. So why would it do that? Why would this be out? There, that's correct, because it's 2140. So it's 2140. No, that's not correct. Yeah, that matches 2140. 2140 matches 2140. So that's correct. So time off is 2138 roughly. And the Hobbs time for this flight is now 2405. 2405. And the fuel I used on this flight, if I check it out, this aircraft here, current fuel on the plane right now, 51 gallons. So we used 4 gallons on that flight because we had 55, I think. No, 54. We used 3 gallons. 51 gallons. So that's it. That's all she wrote. Thanks a lot for watching. I think I had one viewer. It was Nut Yanelment. So thanks for watching, Nut Yanelment. Hope you had a good watch. See you all later.